Stephen Bartlett, Diary of a CEO podcast host, Dragon on Dragon's Den, and big-time influencer with huge social media platforms and presence. This is a video that I'd rather not be making, but felt I had to. There's been a few others in my space that have already recorded videos and posts, and one in particular I think is brilliant from Ben Kuma. This video is on IG, so after you watch this, go and check him out. Over the last year or so, Stephen's had a variety of so-called experts in the health and fitness space on his podcast, but to put it bluntly, many of them have been spreading misinformation, sometimes, unfortunately, outright lies. I appreciate that everyone has a difference of opinion, which is fine when we're talking about something that can be entirely subjective. You may believe one thing and someone else may believe another, and that's the beauty of our personalities in the world we live in. Some things are objective facts, like things in maths and physics. Gravity, unless you're a flat earth, is an objective truth. It's a law. You can disbelieve it all you like, but it won't change the fact that it's a real thing. Still don't believe me? Go and jump off a building and then get back to me. Here are some of the things that have been said recently that we just know are simply not true. Number one, calories are irrelevant and counting calories doesn't work. Number two, fasting is the cure for obesity. Number three, sugar is making us fat. Number four, pasta is a good source of protein. That's my favourite, I think, from Dim Spector. Sorry, it's what? It's Tim Spector, Spector with an O. Number five, insulin hormones cause us to gain body fat. Number six, eating extra protein converts to sugar and then into fat. Number seven, bread is healthier than a chicken breast. And number eight, eggs are making us fat, and the list goes on and on. Now, this is the situation that podcasters find themselves in. It's a great way to share information, but above all, it's a business trying to make money. YouTube, Google will pay for clicks and the time watched, but the majority of revenue comes from sponsors of the podcast. The more people watching the video means more eyes on their product, which means more sales. So from a purely business perspective, having controversial guests that get people shouting at the screen and nearly choking on their cornflakes is a smart move. However, I personally believe that someone in Stephen's position has a moral and ethical responsibility to vet the info he shares. That aside, how can he live with the fact that so many people in the fitness industry think his guests are total charlatans? How can he do it? I ran a podcast for a few years and we recorded close to 200 eps. I'd be mortified if my eps were getting slated like his had been, regardless of the revenue being generated. Generate revenue, but never at the expense of your reputation. Stephen, my man, for what it's worth, in my opinion, you're damaging yours, and I'm not the only person thinking this. The vast majority of people watching or listening to your podcast do not understand health and fitness and how we lose and gain body fat. I've even had my own clients ask me, Gav, you told me that this was all about calories, but I've just seen an episode of the Diary of a CEO and Jason Fung said that calorie counting never works and that I need to fast to lose body fat. These clients are now very conflicted and it's taken time and effort to put out these mental fires in my clients' minds. You need to do better. Vet the episode for facts before you air it, or vet the so-called expert before you even record. As I record this, I see that you've just removed the vegan doctor episode. Well, thank the Lord for that. Or maybe you just don't care, and your priority is purely making bank. I like to think that isn't the case, but over to you, mate.